Well, hey everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. It is Thursday. It is September 18th. I got to tell you folks, there's going to be a lot of negativity on this particular program. I have just had it with all of the liars in government. The liars. Now, if you and I lie, I didn't take the cookie, honey, I promise. You know, gee, sorry, Dad. I thought you said it was okay to borrow the nice car, right? That not just these people in power and authority, any power and any authority, they hurt other people. And all they do is lie. Lie and then fucking lie some more. Democrat whining, sniveling. They're crying like little bitches. They're screaming that their First Amendment's being violated and they're being attacked and they're being silenced. It's completely dishonest. It's disingenuous. They're fucking hypocrites. They're pieces of shit. Both parties are fucking liars. In fact, all governments are liars everywhere. I'm gonna have a field day with this, folks. It means I'm just gonna clean fucking house. You know. No, John, you probably told your kids that Santa Claus was real and that was lying. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about canceling people's lives, attacking them, assaulting them even if they feel that they've been opposed or offended by what someone said, right? If you make them, the Democrats, look stupid, right? You know, like they're raging hypocrites, they're intellectual troglodytes, they're fucking liars. And I'm not letting Republicans off on this. Kash Patel is a lying piece of shit. He is a shifty-eyed, lying piece of shit. Someone was asking him some honest questions, and he wouldn't look at him. And I'm not making a joke about his eyes not looking at the same thing. Both of his eyes said he was fucking lying. I'm just disgusted by it. Fucking Obama, a Marxist, communist, Muslim piece of anti-American lying shit. He fucking lied about saying, oh, I was born in Hawaii. No. He spoke to a crowd. It's on video. It's available on the internet everywhere, saying he's a Kenyan. He's not even American. This is back when he was Senator Obama, the clean, articulate black guy, right? No, it's just fuck you, Democrats. Obama, if you remember, he's now coming out going, oh, you guys fired Jimmy Kimmel. They're making Jimmy Kimmel into Charlie Kirk now. A reasonable, nice, funny guy. Last time he was funny, he was on the Man Show. And it's because he was making fun of himself and how stupid he is. And also, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel wore blackface all the time. He did his best Karl Malone. I thought it was funny. But then, you know, being blackface, that's wrong. It's wrong. Right? They're fucking hypocrites. Right? And he didn't do Karl Malone once. He did it dozens of times. But Obama is out there now trying to defend this and accuse Republicans of going after the first. Remember when that piece of shit, that bisexual, homosexual fruitcake of a president targeted the Tea Party, veterans, taxpayers? He targeted them with the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, the tax tyrants, to silence people, right? He didn't have to say, shut up. He didn't have to arrest anyone. He threatened them with the IRS. Biden had the FBI. You know, that group we're supposed to love now because Kash Patel is there and Dan Bongina is there. And because Trump is president, we're supposed to respect the lying FBI fucks. Biden had the FBI and Merrick Garland did fly to school board meetings so parents wouldn't talk. Oh, he wasn't trying to intimidate or ruin anyone's Second Amendment. Yeah, speaking in public. People got kicked out of public meetings. And oftentimes they were arrested for free speech. And the Democrats now want to say, oh, it's so wrong to silence people. They're fucking liars. Folks, this is part and parcel of SHTF. Tyrannical fucking government. But if you socially get active, you protest them, You protest their companies. You protest their fucking networks. Guess what happens? You're a fucking fascist. And here come the anti-fascists. Oh, we'll be talking about them some more. Antifa. Antifa was started by the Bolshevik communist fucksticks in Russia who wanted to export communism into Germany. So they sent their people out, infiltrated, and tried raising communism. And so that's where anti-fascist started, was in Germany. And they ended up getting their asses kicked and handed to them by the fucking Nazis. There it is, right? And find out who the Bolsheviks were. Find out what their religious beliefs were. Find out where their communism came from. I'm sick of the fucking lies and hypocrisy. And speaking of lying governments, Uman says, all from where the QAnon nonsense came from too. More bullshit government fucking lies. We're going to get into a lot more of this. We're going to get into a lot more of it. It really is part and parcel to why you need to be prepared. They are setting us all up for a major violent interaction in this country, in my opinion. I mean, I'm aware of it. I'm aware of them. I'm aware of their fucking plan. I'm aware of their processes, their techniques, their psyop shit, their psychological fucking work. I get it, and it still pisses me off. Maybe I'm more pissed off because it's like being lied to right to your face, and I'm just supposed to accept it and go, oh, okay, yeah, I accept your story. Bullshit, right? The fucking lying. The top of the government all the way down, well, to the street level. In California, a piece of shit teacher lied about a high school student. He wore a Make America Great Again hat in honor of Charlie Kirk, who was killed. And he had the hat taken off his head by a bunch of retarded girls. And he said, hey, if you don't like it, why don't you just leave and go to Canada? Words to that effect. And they screamed and yelled and said he told them that they should go back to the country they came from. That's not a bad fucking thing to say either. But a teacher lied about it, got him fucking suspended, I guess. Folks, the purge is going to come. At this point, I'm now like, purge is going to come. The purge is going to involve everybody, folks, young, old, every race, every religion, every age group, every income group. No exceptions, everywhere. And that's going to include the rich, the super rich, and sadly, it's also going to include women and children, because children have now been weaponized. Did you guys see the video that a military mom put on the internet? And she wasn't just a military mom. Her husband is a lieutenant colonel in the army, filming her kids saying, great news, kids. Guess what it is? The world's greatest news ever. And they're like, President Trump died? And she's like, no, number 2. What's the next most? Oh, J.D. Vance died, right? They kept saying all the people that the parents wanted to die. They're brainwashing their kids into hating people and wanting them to die. And that's the best news ever. Not, hey, what's the best news ever, kid? Oh, you got us a pony. You got us a puppy. You got us a kitten. No. It's unfucking believable. Right? Women too. I mean, this mom, these children, but everywhere. These fucking women are everywhere. The leaders of these Antifa groups, women. And they're violent and they have fucking bloodlust, folks. All of the women all over the internet just partying it up over Charlie Kirk getting killed. Over Trump they're just fucking disgusting people. They just truly are. The government lies, folks. And I'm not, like I said, I will not leave off Republicans. Trump and Biden both lied, both claim that the Jim Jones juice is safe. It's effective. It's tested, etc., etc., etc. Was not tested as safe. It tested as deadly and dangerous, and they put it out anyways. FBI, Kash Patel just lied to Congress, deceived America, and took the word of rich guys who were accused of raping underage girls, saying the girls' complaints Their testimony wasn't credible. 20 or more girls from different places all named the names, but the billionaires renamed unnamed, uncharged. Oh, but by the way, I guess the FBI accidentally released the names of some of the girls. They could accidentally release them, but not the accused people, the accused rapists. Government has lied about text messages supposedly sent between Charlie's accused killer and his faggy boyfriend. But now experts, language experts, and I'm one of them, but real language experts say it was written, right, these text messages between two Gen Z zooming communist little fucks. Now, right, it was written by a 50-year-old law enforcement officer. The language, the syntax, the content is not youths, but it's written for boomer retards who the media keeps satisfied by feeding them little pieces of shit and telling them it's chocolate. The government lies, folks. They know the Charlie Kirk bullet wasn't recovered, and the rifle that was found, everything's a fucking lie. Both of which aren't 30-06, by the way. They don't have the bullet. We don't have a fucking coroner's report. We don't have everything. They cleaned up the crime scene. No police tape. I mean, was it a fucking stage act or was someone murdered here? It's a fucking crime scene, right? But they keep telling new lies, hoping you won't figure out their old lies and that they're fucking liars all around. We're not getting the whole story. We're not getting anything. It's like, we've got someone we've accused. We got a picture here. We caught some person in the picture. Now we got some text messages. We found a piece of wood he stepped on. It must be him. And that's it. Case closed. Done. Don't ask any more questions. They're fucking liars. The government story about Jeffrey Epstein and Jizzy Maxwell and their child sex trafficking operation that trafficked for no one, I guess, is a fucking hoax. Calling it a hoax is filthy, disgusting fucking lie. And Trump being an FBI informant is a shameless sack of shit cover story. I mean, talk about plastic banana Persian bazaar bullshit. He's a fucking FBI informant. What a bullshit story to cover whatever his Epstein involvement is. Whatever it was. That's the cover story. And it's not believable, or he could have bragged about it. The fucking biggest bragging politician we've ever had would love to brag and go, hey, you know, the reason they got Epstein is because I was an FBI informant and I got him nagged. I nailed his ass. He would have loved to have said that. But instead of throwing shit stories and excuses, that's all they've done is throw shit at the wall and see what we would accept. That's it. You know, government lies about the fucking chemtrails, which is real. Government allowed it, sanctioned it, and it's all about weather modification, but they said that's a conspiracy theory. Government lied about change, climate change for decades. Called us conspiracy theorists, and it's all bullshit, and it's a fucking tax scam. Government lied, folks, about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. They fucking lied to our faces. And thousands of military men and women died, have been injured, have Gulf War syndrome, PTSD, and other diseases from being over in that shithole. Government lied about John F. Kennedy and the magic bullet that created 7 fucking wounds, smashed through 5 bones, took 3 seconds of flying around in the air, and then it was found pristine, laying on a fucking gurney with a little bit of blood on it. The government lied about 9/11. The destruction and demolition of the Twin Towers. They lied about the missile that hit the fucking auditing wing of the Pentagon. They lied about Sandy Hook. They lied about the Boston bombing. They lied about the Oklahoma City bombing. They fucking lie. The government lied about Thomas Crooks as the patsy who killed at the Trump rally. The government lies and says they serve the people, and all they do is lie, steal, lie, destroy, lie, murder, lie, kill, lie, lie, lie. Israel lies. The fucking Palestinians lie. Hamas lies. They all fucking lie. So, who wants to go get a beer? See what I'm saying? It's just bullshit. They're fucking shedding alligator tears over an asshat of a fucking comedian. Literally, Jimmy Kimmel were supposed to be upset. They fucking lie about and worry about losing their First Amendment rights. Oh, we have a tyrant now for a president. Trump hasn't told anyone they don't have free speech. Remember, we were told you can say what you want, but there's consequences, you fascists. Remember that shit? Fucking JB, aka Jabba Prickster, governor of Illinois, claims he never called Republicans Nazis. No. As soon as he said those words, everyone threw his words back at him. Videos, texts. The media won't prove he lies. Normies won't check his lies, so they just stand. Only you and I, us, we get facts and realize all of the lies out there. You should be able to say what you want as long as, blah, 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 blah. Well, what happened to Alex Jones? He questioned Sandy Hook, sued for what? How many fucking billions of dollars? A fat, ridiculous, alternate right entertainment. Alex Jones. You're going to sue him for billions of dollars because people's feelings were hurt. That's okay. But Prickster and all these fucking Democrats everywhere can call Trump a Nazi, call you a Nazi, call all of us a Nazi, say MAGA is white supremacist. Right? Fucking Jabba Prickster. There's a chick out there named Julia Zhu, XU. She is the Oberlin College student leader. Doesn't say the Chinese foreign exchange student leader, but says the student leader. She wants to, quote, bring back political assassinations. Didn't we just have a politically motivated assassination? Didn't we just have that? She's calling for violence. Expel her, and if she's not American, deport her sorry ass. The commie Democrats, folks, have openly excused, accepted, promoted, and are calling for greater violence, calling for assassination, excusing it, praising it, celebrating it, and then saying you are wrong for getting mad and pointing at these people and pointing them out. And then they lose their jobs. Some of them are getting kicked out of their homes. Oh, this gets fucking juicier, folks. They're losing their jobs. Their businesses are being hurt, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so they want more violence. More violence. You see where this is going? No doubt we're going to have shootings everywhere soon. Everywhere. We've got Democrats pushing people on railroad tracks. We have racists pushing Asians, whites, everyone that they don't like on railroad tracks. We have people stabbing other people on fucking trains. But if you try and stop somebody, you're the criminal. There's a complete lack of intelligence out here. Complete lack of it, right? We've got, if you've ever seen someone die of a drug overdose, and I have, I watched someone have a fucking pulmonary embolism because whatever they put in their lungs shredded them and they started barfing up fucking red foam out of their lungs. Fucking died. If you've ever seen someone die from a fucking drug-related overdose, it's disgusting. These fucking scumbag drug dealers out of Mexico, Central America, and South America are importing death into our country. So is China, sending their shit through Canada, and Canada's processing it and selling it into our country. They're all fucking scum. They should be stopped, whatever it takes. But they're shedding more tears over fucking drug dealers. They got no problem with them bringing death in. Oh my God, you killed some drug dealers. Oh, that's terrible. How dare you? You didn't give them due process. I'm going to say, a couple things here. The reason Hitler got Germany cleaned up in the 30s was because they quit playing fucking games. The reason Stalin got all this shit cleaned up in Russia, even though it was Soviet Union, and you may not agree with their politics, you may not agree with their goals, but they cleaned up their shit in a big swipe. I'm not suggesting we do that. What I'm saying is that's what governments do. When they get enough authority, they will come down like a fucking ton of bricks. And what do you think these Democrats have been trying to do to us? They've been trying to get America to a place where it becomes an authoritarian super state that comes down on everybody, except they want to be the ones in charge. They don't like the idea of a law and order president coming down on everything. They don't like it, folks. They don't like it one bit. They're worried about their free speech. You can't even drive a fucking car anywhere near an Antifa protest. Did Kyle Rittenhouse, did he say anything? One little word and they fucking chased him and tried killing him, even pulling a fucking gun on him and they were beating him with a fucking skateboard saying, "We're going to kill you." How many other Americans were told we're going to kill you? That's fine, right? This is where we're going. Folks, this is where we're fucking going. Right? This stupid bitch, Julia. I told you, women are as big involved in this as men are. There's no, I'm just a girl, and twist their fucking hair into little braids. No. And I don't expect you women out there to try that shit either. I expect you to fucking pick up your gun. Annie Oakley, go get a gun, and Second Amendment protect you and your families too. Right? This is not a game that anyone's going to be able to sit out, is the point. Old, young, children, folks, are being weaponized. Teach your children to protect themselves. It's going to get stupid. Trump has designated Antifa as a major terrorist organization, and it is. But the question is, what level of prosecution can be brought to bear on these fucking clowns? These murderous pieces of shit. Right? What powers of arrest and does law enforcement get because Trump has designated them as a major terrorist organization? Right? But, the question it came up right away. Is this an authority, this level of authoritarianism that can be leveled at any American? Can any president just declare a group, a family, or even an individual as a terrorist? Well, we all know Antifa has a history of terrorism, left-wing terrorist violence. Right? But hey, why not get a Democrat president there and have them designate anyone and anything they want as a pre-terrorist, right? Pre-crime terrorist designation. Government, after all, is a masterful, lying, deceiving, falsely accusing, prosecuting piece of shit organization. If there's anyone out there that's fucking good at being a terrorist, it's governments. Look what Netanyahu is doing. They are already subdividing, putting out maps. They're already giving people Gaza land and say, go build there. Go clear all that rubble and shit away and go ahead and start building yourself a house. They want beachfront property. The Israelis are talking about all the beachfront real estate they got there. This is starting to sound like a fucking land grab. Sounds a lot like Governor Newsom. Sounds a lot like Hawaii. Sounds a lot like it, doesn't it? Well, we're not going to let you have your own land back. We're going to sell it off. We're going to sell it to highest bidder. Right? We're going to build some new hotels in Gaza. We're going to call it Israel. By the way, Bibi Netanyahu has gone multiple times, gone into broadcast to say Israel did not kill Charlie Kirk. Thou dost protest too much. But what do you expect coming from a terrorist leader? I don't like Netanyahu at all. I've heard too many of his quotes. I've seen too many of his videos. I hear, folks, I don't just hear what we get to hear in America. Go look at overseas news sites and see what Israel is saying to its own people. They are not good people. Or I should say, it's not a good government. Right now, and I don't feel sorry for them, Israeli military people have testified, they're speaking publicly, that they were ordered to kill women and children, that they can't sleep at night, their consciences are killing them, they can't stand it, they can't handle it. Wow, I guess that's good. You shouldn't be able to kill women and children, innocent people, and sleep good. Well, Antifa does. They would love to kill women and children as long as they're conservatives. I fucking believe that wholeheartedly, folks. We're going to hell in a fucking handbasket. And speaking of Israel, there's a letter that was supposedly written on September 2nd by a rabbi saying, geez, we're sorry, Charlie Kirk was killed or something like that. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that they would put that out fucking 8 days early. You know, it's ridiculous. It really is. There's a lot of ridiculous shit out there, folks. But if there's one thing that's for certain, government lies. And they lie about everything. They even lie about the fucking unemployment. Yeah. The fucking BLS, the BS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, they fucking lie. Right now, they've got the biggest revision ever coming. This country is bleeding out jobs. Bleeding out jobs as a result of, right, the economy being fucking trashed by Biden, Trump, Obama, Clinton, Bush. They fucked everything up. And they're fucking it up worse right now. Right? I know he's trying to bring businesses back to America. I know it's going to take time. I know it's going to be difficult. By the way, Disney is getting canceled by everyone, right? We've canceled Disney as conservative Americans. I sure hope you have, because you want to take your kids there. Well, Snow White has a fucking mustache. Oh, isn't that cute? Cinderella has a bulge. Oh, that's nice. Sleeping Beauty has a hairy chest and a fucking beard. How cute is that? Oh, look, there's a bunch of homosexuals having a makeout session. Isn't that fucking sweet? Oh, that's almost as cute as the two tranny fruitcakes sharing a text about killing Charlie Kirk and what to do about it. Well, now the leftists are selling off their stock. They say, I'm selling all of my Disney stock. Right? We're going to crash that stock because, Disney owns ABC. ABC fired Jimmy Kimmel. He sucked anyways. He was probably going to get fired anyways because there's no you said money going out. Not the way it was anyways. Now, back to the drug dealers and boats. Before I get to you guys, I got one more thing to talk about here. The Military Southern Command has released videos of U.S. military forces doing amphibious landings in Puerto Rico. Folks, this is what Marines do all the time anyways. The fact that they released it is propaganda to fuck with the heads of the people in Venezuela, right? But there's still a fear of an invasion of Venezuela, more World War III action. I don't know if have they televised an amphibious fucking landing in a real war? It is something to behold. It's a fucking mess. Taking the beaches, right? Of course, D-Day is the biggest one that everyone knows of. But there's also every fucking island in World War II. From island, all the way back up to Okinawa. The Marines taking the fucking islands and fighting with the fucking Navy, bombarding shit. Right? It's happened. But I guess we haven't had a really modern one. So maybe we'll get to see that. I guess we'll get some popcorn and some beers and go, I wonder where this one's going. In any event, folks, we got more World War action coming. Or is this just propaganda to terrorize the fucking enemy? In Venezuela, if the government is sanctioning drugs being shipped to our country to undermine our health, our economy, our government, our law and order, then fuck them. Right? You think I trust Maduro or that fucking piece of shit in charge of Brazil? What is it? Luna or whatever is. I don't trust any of these people. Right? And it's funny how politicians can trust each other and shake each other's hand and put their arms around each other and smile for the camera while they wave, while they squeeze each other's asses. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. How can they believe each other when they know that they are liars? Not happy with any of them right now, folks. Not happy at all. But what I'm going to do is turn the show over to you guys. And one more item before I turn the show over to you guys. We have a special surprise for you Friday, tomorrow. So if you can, go to thepreparedmind.club if you want to see him live. Right? We have a guest coming. He's going to be a live guest. I think we're going to try doing this from now on, Mr. Uman. I'd like to anyways. It doesn't always have to be every week. Doesn't have to be every Friday. It doesn't have to be any one particular day at all. But we'll just try and hook this up so we can have some guests and some differing opinions and perspectives, and just kind of give us a little variety and some mixed up fun. So tomorrow, super secret surprise guest coming. Okay, and now we're going to go to the inner circle. I guess the theme for today is government lies. I wonder what you guys have caught. I mean, wait. I've got more. But wait, there's more. I'll get to that. I will get to that. But let's go with you guys first. Mr. Uman. We got Redneck Roughneck, folks. Always a pleasure to have him in the show. He says on 2 separate occasions, once in May of 22 and once again in March of 23, Senator Chuck, full of shit, I eat raw hamburger Schumer, called for Fox News to remove Tucker Carlson from television. Why? Because he didn't like his opinion? Because Tucker was smart? Because Tucker asked tough questions? It doesn't matter why. But he asked Fox News to do it. He probably even threatened. In fact, I remember hearing that Fox was having their broadcast license threatened on several occasions under the Biden administration. Okay, look, Tucker Carlson was done, right? Who laughed about it? Jimmy Kimmel. Many of them made jokes and laughed about it. Fuck you, Tucker. And he went on, rich. Right now, Tucker is embroiled in the Charlie Kirk thing. Who's going to believe who? What was Charlie really saying? It's a giant mess for Tucker at the moment. But, hey, we're all in a giant fucking mess. Why should he be any different? Still. Right? Yeah. Fucking Chuck Schumer is a giant piece of shit. Just a giant piece of shit. Just wow. Anyways, thank you, Redneck Roughneck. There's not much to say. It's just they called for the same thing. They should be fired. He's not telling the truth, not the way whatever, right? They all do the same fucking thing. Every last one of them. Oh, I did want to share this with you. Okay, so some fruitcakes. We're just going to go with the government story because, that's the closest we're going to get to the truth is the government. Fucking facepalm. Okay, so gay boy and furry gay boy who wants to cut his dick off plotted together. Apparently no one else is involved. Assassinate Charlie Kirk. The world is upset. Democrats are celebrating. People point out that one. Their bosses fire them. Right? For promoting and celebrating death. So now, get this, and the Democrats are celebrating, folks. Trust me on this. They're going out and finding people who said nice things about Charlie Kirk after he died. After he died, they're saying nice things about Charlie Kirk, and they're getting fired. You want to know why? Because they're liberal, communist, Democrat fucking companies they work for say that they don't share the same values as the company. So trying to be nice and gracious and say something nice about Charlie Kirk, who was fucking assassinated by a couple of butt pirates who conspired against him, that doesn't align with their business. So you know what the next step is? If you're a Republican who got fired for saying something nice about Charlie, what company did you work for so we can all boycott it? Oh, by the way, Epstein files. By the way, over-expansive control of the American government by the America-Israeli Political Action Committee. 250 fucking Congress people after Charlie Kirk is dead fly to Israel. I mean, whose ring or ass did they have to go kiss so that they feel safe? It's just really fucking ugly and suspicious to see. And they don't show up to go find out where Jesus was crucified or where he walked. They don't show up and kiss that and cry over that. They show up at the fucking Wailing Wall. Just sick of these fucking people. Anyways, yeah. You're a Republican, you work for Democrats, you're going to get fired for not sharing company values. This is going to keep going back and forth, people. Back and forth. And guess what? That's fine because the economy is going in a lot of different areas. And so companies are like, we need to clean house anyways. In fact, I think Marvel Comics is moving their operation from Georgia to England. 20,000 people laid off, I think. Keep a sharp eye out, folks. Bureau of Labor and Statistics will probably tell us we increased the jobs in this country by 300 quadrillion, bajillion, gazillions. And then they'll just revise it later. In any event, fuck. Where are we going next, Oliver? He says, speaking of fruitcakes, the gay incestuous midget on X is crying about Antifa is not an organization and declaring Antifa a terrorist organization is unconstitutional. If it's not an organization, what does it matter? Well, yeah, if it's not an organization and it's just an idea, which is a bullshit, fucking retarded red herring, non sequitur line of bullshit out of Biden's soup cooler, saying it's just an idea. Well, if it's just an idea, calling an idea is unconstitutional. Ideas like Islam, which is an organization. It's a religious organization. Actually, it's an organization bent on domination that uses religion as a cover fucking story. I think I can't describe it any better than that. Unconstitutional. You can't declare something you can't point and go, that's a crook. The guy that just robbed the bank, he's a crook. That's unconstitutional. Well, robbing a bank is just an idea, don't you know? Well, no, when you take action, now you're an organization. If there's two or more people working together, conspiring, if you wish, now you have an organization. They're organized. They work together. They communicate. They dress the same. They chant the same. They have the same fucking flags. And those flags are duplicated off of flags going all the way back to Nazi Germany. It's an organization. The gay incestuous midget. Are we talking about Ilhan Omar? That one? Because she's incestuous. She married her fucking brother. She committed fucking fraud to get her brother in the country by marrying. Well,
I was talking about the Krasin midget.
Which one?
The Krasen midget, the two brothers.
Oh, the Krasensteins.
Yeah. I didn't want to say their names and give them any acknowledgement there, but
they're fucking jackasses. Yeah, that's yeah. Thank you, Mr. Uman. I was like like I know Ilhan Omar is about the size of a just idiots. They're idiots. They're fucking idiots. It's just an idea. They're not an organization, and it's unconstitutional. I think the president, along with everyone else in government, including the military, swears an oath, follow me here, to protect the country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So a domestic enemy that is an organization, that is to say, it's people working together in groups, organizing, working together to commit acts of terror, violence, death, mayhem, arson, looting, destruction, insurrection, and rebellion. If the president doesn't have the authority to say to all law enforcement, get those fucking criminals, then what is the point of the fucking oath in the first place? There's such a bunch of retards. Even retards are like, hey, man, give us some credit here. Fuck, well, at least we got an IQ of 80, 75, wherever the cutoff line is. I know that, here's the cutoff line for retard. Most Democrats are down here. Unfucking believable. Okay, Oliver, I do stuff with Nikki. Says there should be no censorship or canceling of any kind. Just think and remember, on one day, everyone is happy because they canceled someone on the other side. Well, wait a bit, because the same, and it's happening now, Nikki. Political parasites. You think they're on your side, they'll eventually cancel or censor you too. Yeah. As soon as you are no longer a useful idiot, they'll shit on us. What did Trump do? We're like, Epstein files. And he's like, you guys are a bunch of dump. It's a hoax. It's bullshit. The Democrats and Biden and Obama. I don't need you anymore. Really? You don't need us anymore? Yeah, they'll censor you, they'll silence you, they'll cancel you. Look, folks, I have been censored, I've been silenced, and I have been fucking canceled. Censored, silenced, and canceled I have been. Multiple times. I know. I don't think that's the way to go. But I understand how a company, like a commercial business, is worried about their image. Right? Let's talk about this. That fucking jackass from Poland who was attending a tennis match. And the tennis superstar hands his hat to a kid, right? The mean Joe Green, here's my jersey to the kid, right? Hands it to the kid, and the fucking guy snatches it out of his hand, sticks in the bag. And everyone's like, find out who he is. They find out who he is. They go, don't use his company. Why wouldn't you want to use his company? Because he's a fucking snake in the grass. Because he's willing to steal from a fucking kid. I'm glad they found out who he was. He's in Poland. Because I would make the choice to not go and use his business. Right? I have a right and ability to associate. It's called free association. It's right there in the First Amendment. The concept, the moral concept, the constitutional legal concept, right? But calling him out publicly, screaming on the phone, everyone calling you, you're a jerk, you're a dick, you're a jerk, and canceling him and fucking him over. Well, I don't know. Right? Someone accuses you of cheating on your spouse. True or not, they'll go out and smear your fucking name everywhere. Don't like that, right? That's no good. That's not nice. But they'll fucking do it. But who is more prone to doing it? Who started this shit? You see, people like Charlie Kirk, decades ago, nice, polite, sit down, discourse, have a discussion, debate. But all of a sudden, you can't fucking debate them. Right? This gulf I've talked about opened up between Republicans and Democrats. You can't even fucking talk to them. All they do is call you names. They attack you. You're a bigot. You're a homophobe. You're a Islamophobe. You're a transphobe. You're a xenophobe. I don't own any zines. How can I be a xenophobe? Right? You're this. You're that. You're a right wing. You're Hitler's wet dream. You're a fucking Nazi. You're a white supremacist. Right? They just attack you. Right? They lie to your fucking face. Lie, 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 lie. It's like, why should I even bother talking to you? Why should I even bother being nice to you? But still, we didn't do anything to them. We're just like, you know what? Fuck you. Get away. Same thing you do with family. Bad family member. Fuck you. Get away. Friends. Fuck you. You're not my friend anymore. I don't want to work with a bunch of jackasses. Fuck you guys. I quit. But they are the ones who reached out and started attacking other people and getting them fired, putting their names, phone numbers, addresses up on the internet to expose people where they work so they could get fired, so they could be harassed at home, so they could be threatened, assaulted, and in some cases fucking murdered. I get it. I understand what you're saying. You ought to be able to say whatever you want. And people should be free to make choices about who they associate with. Right? You can't say, well, you know, there's a fucking communist working where I work. Well, John, you may not like that, but you're not allowed to quit. You have to keep working with those fucking commies. You can't do that either. Right? So people have to be able to freely associate. Still, where did this all come from? Political correctness. Hillary and Bill Clinton, the 1990s, started the term politically correct. PC. That's not very PC. You shouldn't say the word retard or faggot or queer, even though now that the Q and LGBTQ is queer, they can fucking say it. Well, I guess, you know, the blacks got their name and the Chinese got their name, the Japs, Japs. Yeah. Japan, Japs, Chinese, China. Oh, that's such a bad word. Like, is Chinaman a bad word? You know how bad Swede is. Oh, can't say Jap because, you know, that's even worse than calling someone a Swede. What are you supposed to fucking call them? But they want to ruin you for it. But it's gone from personal attacks, right? PC, you can't say anything about anyone else. It's not nice. Be tolerant. And then you have to accept them. And then you have to let them be the victim class. And then the victim class can attack you. And they can accuse you and fucking destroy you. And that's where they went. And now, yeah, the pendulum is swinging back. And it's going to swing back even harder and further. And it's going to swing back on both sides. Now there's not one pendulum. There's 20 fucking pendulums. Woo! Shit is hit the fan. And what gets me is we're all getting caught off guard with all kinds of shit. I didn't expect to see this. I didn't expect to see this kind of fucking reaction. You know, the reaction people have to public death, assassinations. Wait until it's all over the place. Remember how people got all upset because the cop, Derek Chauvin, had St. George Floyd on the ground, had his knee on his back, holding him down. It's because he was resisting arrest. He wouldn't stay in the fucking, they were trying to do everything they could to be nice to this big, dumb, stupid, drugged up motherfucker who was having medical problems. I can't breathe. And they couldn't, you know, he fucking died right there. That didn't look good. How does it look? Was it Reginald Denny got pulled out of his fucking truck, Oliver? During the Rodney King riots? Got his fucking brains bashed in with bricks and shit because he was white during the Compton riots? How did it look? Right? When that guy stabbed the little Ukrainian immigrant girl in the neck. How did it look? Right? You know, it's always, how did it look? How did it look when the Koreans were on their rooftops with their guns? I thought that looked pretty fucking good. Tony Moon's an ass kicker. Bam. Right? Yeah, but how did it look when, Penny, was it Daniel Penny, rescued all of those people from a would-be psychotic, threatening, violent jackass who ended up dying, probably from similar things by George Floyd. But yeah, he didn't die in his arms. He died in the medic's arms. But yeah, the people on the train, he saved our lives. He was helping us. Even black people, right? But no, it looked bad. No, to me, it looked good. He was restraining the guy, not killing him, right? He wasn't stabbing him in the neck. He didn't stab him in the fucking chest like the Caramello candy bar kid who stabbed the fucking guy named Metcalf in the chest, the high schooler, because he told him, get out of our tent, dude. What are you going through our shit for? Right? They won't, by the way, they won't release that fucking footage. They have that video on tape of him stabbing that fucking Metcalf kid in the chest. Okay. Well, do you want to talk about cancel culture? I don't know and have never heard of a single Republican, independent, and fucking libertarian. Nobody has swatted a Democrat. That is to say, call the police and say, at such and such an address, I heard a gunshot and violent screaming. And so fucking SWAT shows up, or a CERT team with fucking machine guns kicking people's door, screaming and yelling at them, right? They get killed that way. Not one, no, none. That's all Democrat. They're worried about being canceled and getting fired. They're worried about being exposed for being the fucking scumbags they are, for calling for more assassinations. They're worried about losing their jobs for being complete, immoral, amoral fucking scumbags. But they'll swat the fuck out of you. You speak up, they'll swat you first thing if they can find you. I'm telling you, folks, it's getting nastier. Finally, we're getting there. Am I happy about it? No. I would rather be on a fucking boat in the Gulf of America. Yeah, the Gulf of America. Drinking fucking cocktails. Dipping my fucking toes in the water and hanging out with good people like you guys. Listening to really good music. Smoking a big, fat, hefty fucking cigar. I'd rather be doing that. But instead, we're dealing with this shit. And it's not going to end. Ooh, man, who's up next, brother? We got Chin Music. Oh, here we go. Matt Gutman. I think I called him Buttman. Matt Buttman of ABC, which is the Always Bullshit channel, said the texts were touching. Oh, the text between the homosexual butt pirates was touching and it was so tender. You know what tender love is? Two homosexuals with hemorrhoids. That's tender love. Now, said the texts were touching. Ooh, man, that was a good one. Come on, man. Matt Gutman said they were touching between the shooter and his catcher. Yeah, these two like to pitch and catch. The media is beyond evil, says Chin Music. How do they go home and tell their kids not to lie? No kids? No. They tell their kids the lies, but they present the lie as truth. They present an entirely different perspective. Instead of Matt Gutman saying, these two guys are guys, and this was really wrong. Instead, he just completely puts away the cold-blooded assassination that the government says happened. There's a fucking lie. And instead he turns it into Brokeback Mountain, Brokeback Furry. And they tell their kid that. Don't worry about the assassination, chitlins. Look at how loving these homosexuals are. Would you like to cut off your dick and pretend you're an animal? They should not allow these furry kids in school. Number one, do they have their rabies shots? I think that's a fine question. If you don't have your rabies shot, no. You don't get to drink out of glasses. You have to drink out of a bowl on the floor. Same with your food. Right? It's just, and what about leash laws? No, dogs can't hold their own fucking leash. No, anyways, fucking Chin Music, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, they lie to their fucking kids, just like that military mom. And I hope her husband, who is part and parcel to this, How can he not know if both his daughters, not sons, not teenage daughters, like 10 and 6 or like 8 and 5? Oh, did Trump die? That's the greatest news ever. They lie to their kids so much they believe that. And I'm going to tell you what. This is a true story because this is my story. Fuck it, I'm not going to tell the fucking story. I'll tell the fucking story. Colleges will lie to your kids so much, threaten them so much that they'll change their fucking names. They'll disown their fucking parents. And this is common. I've seen it happen a bunch now. Fucking bunch. They'll lie. They'll screw you over, screw your kids over. How many conservative Republican parents have sent their kids to a 4-year fucking college? Oh, wait a minute. The guy that supposedly killed and assassinated Charlie Kirk, he came from a Republican family, went to school for 4 fucking years, and now he's a homosexual, transgender-loving, furry-loving assassin. Crazy business, folks. Crazy business. I could accept that he killed Charlie Kirk if it hadn't been for all the other fucking patsies and bullshitters out there that the government throws in our faces. Because they lie so much, I can't fucking trust them. If they say that guy did it, I'm like, I don't think so. It had to be someone else. Anyone but that person. That's just a useful fucking idiot. He's such an idiot. How do we know he's an idiot? He went to college for 4 years. There's 4 years of idiocy. He went from being a fucking Republican's son to a fucking Democrat nightmare. That's how you know. He's a fucking idiot. The FBI, how many people has the FBI talked to? They were on our radar. They have fucking handlers, these school shooters, these lunatics. Government, lie. These fucking teachers in school, in college, they ruin and cancel families. Fucking kids come home from college and shit all over their families. How about communists? Communists marrying a spouse and turning the kids against the dad or the mom. They just get in there and they start talking shit and calling everyone Nazis. In fact, I heard someone today go, "You never call anyone a Nazi." I never. Oh, that was Jay Prickster, fucking Java Prickster. I never called anyone a Nazi. Fucking lying pig. God, what a piece of shit, right? They're fucking liars. But they'll get into your family like a fucking parasitic, blood-sucking, vampirical tick. And they burrow their way in and get into your fucking kids' brains and your cousins' brains, and they fucking mind melt them. Unbelievable. I've seen it and I've heard it from too many fucking parents that I know. And I've seen these fucking communists, folks. People that admit to being communists, they're everywhere now. Oh, there's one more thing I want to talk about. I'm sorry, a couple of things. Let's go with this. Guy went on a roller coaster at Epic Universe. Died of a fucking heart attack. Actually, they don't give the cause. But Darcy T says 5 will get you 10. That, well, his poor old ticker just gave out on the roller coaster, except he was in his 30s. Yeah, I'm telling you, folks. Another teenager, a golf ace. Fucking, you don't have to be a super athlete to be a golf pro or ace, but you better be fucking coordinated and have really good muscular control and have the mind. Typically, also, you're a super talent, right? Especially John Daly, damn it. Anyways, a teenager, an athlete, collapses and dies. Playing golf? No. Running a marathon? No. While throwing toilet paper into trees. That's right. Being a kid and throwing toilet paper in the trees. toilet papering someone's house. Died, collapsed. It was a homecoming prank, is what they say. Oh, the strenuous. Oh, it's so hard to throw toilet paper. Had a fucking hard. They're still happening. It's still out there, folks. These people are fucking liars in government, and look what's happening. This is where we're at. Right? The Jim Jones juice. Everything is taking its toll. Everything is hurting us. There's so much stuff that I wanted to talk about and I haven't even got to, but fuck it. The show is over for now. Tomorrow, the Free for All Friday, we're going to have a guest on. You're going to love it. Someone very knowledgeable with a lot of government experience. I'm letting the cat out of the bag a little bit. Someone who knows how government operates, having been on the inside. By the way, not a family member of mine. But understand who these people are, folks. These communists, these pieces of shit, they're here. They don't have to hide anymore. They can even come out and call for assassination. Where's the arrests? Where's the arrests? Chance favors the prepared mind. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and your plan. God bless you all. Semper Fi.